Marcus, a 10-point lead in the fourth quarter. Where did the 49ers go wrong, though?
Yeah. They weren't able to do what they do all the time, Boogie, and that's throw them body blows and haymakers from a physicality standpoint in the run game. And ultimately, that's where the San Francisco 49ers want to live. Raheem Morris and the Los Angeles Rams defense wanted to live with this ball being in Jimmy Garoppolo's hands. But there will be plays where I will break things down as we get closer to the Super Bowl. It was magnificent what the Rams did up front in order to get this run stop. And they knew that they would have success getting after the passer because they have arguably the best four-man rush in the game because of two guys.
Yeah.
And I don't want to disrespect Greg Gaines. He was huge in the run game. Played a phenomenal game.
Well.
I don't want to disrespect Ashawn Robinson. I told Dan earlier, they missed Michael Brockers. They found those guys outside of Aaron Donald. And then, two, Raheem Morris lining these five guys up across the line of scrimmage on rundowns to create one-on-one matchups. We talk about Kyle and his system and the way he likes to run and gain leverage. Raheem Morris did a phenomenal job isolating blockers and telling his guys, hey, we got to disengage and make plays. It was phenomenal. It was a phenomenal game by the Rams up front.
Hey, guys, you know what's the great thing about this show? There's never an opportunity where I have to do a segment where I feel like I need to protect someone. But do you know what the Los Angeles Rams defensive line has to deal with every day? That standing behind them is Troy Reader. That is a lot of dang stress. And so when you look at what they were able to do in the run game and then now make Jimmy Garoppolo throw the football, that was the world they wanted to be in. The world they wanted was Jimmy Garoppolo having to be a drop-back passer without the threat of the run, and now you got to block us four dudes. And Marcus said it. They are closers,
100%.
but they were relentless. It was legitimately scary watching Aaron Donald chase down Jimmy Garoppolo.
Yeah.
Like, I am frightened. And this is a dude who you understand is not going to stop until he gets there. And it was play after play and pressure after pressure until Jimmy Garoppolo turned all LSU's Max Johnson against the UCLA Bruins early on in the season and did the spin around throw. That's how the game ended.
The spin around.
This team was waiting for that moment. And when the Los Angeles Rams got it, they chased him like a pack of wild dogs, as LT said, and they were hungry, ready to eat, and they finally got fed.
You got to worry about catching the dog. You got to worry about a dog catching your.
Okay, so Mina, Mina, let's talk coaching for a second because we're coming off a week where we were praising Kyle Shanahan and some of his play calls specifically against the Packers. But what did you make of Kyle Shanahan's performance yesterday?
Well, I obviously have great admiration for Kyle Shanahan, the play caller. His run game designs are poetry. But at a certain point, and I think right now is a game where it's worth discussing, his conservatism, has been a real problem for this football team. In this game, the 49ers punted 3 times in Rams territory. One ended up getting pushed back after the delay of game. That's the only time that's happened in the last 3 playoffs with any team. And it was that 4th and 2 that befuddled me, frankly, because if not for that, if they had gone for it and converted, we'd probably be talking about Sean McVay's wild challenge before then. But what I don't understand is you were the San Francisco 49ers. You have 3 of the most physical skill players in the NFL in Kittle, Debo, and Juszczyk. You got Trey Lance on the sideline. You refuse to use him. At a certain point, why aren't you going for it on 4th and short? And look, we give coaches a lot of smoke on television when they are too aggressive. Got to give the smoke on the same way when they're too conservative, because in the end, it can cost them football games.
Yeah, I mean, I'm with you. I think the absolute world of Kyle. I played under Kyle. I think he's one of the best offensive coaches in football. In the last 3 playoff losses, in the 4th quarter, his team has been outscored 53-0. This goes back to 2016 versus the Patriots, 19-0. 2019 versus the Chiefs, 21-0. 2021 versus the Rams yesterday, 13-0. If you add an overtime versus the Falcons, it's 59-0. So something doesn't add up because he is such a remarkable coach, but then in the 4th quarter, he and or his teams just don't seem to be at their absolute best. Hold on, big fella.
I got an answer.
And I think Mina's point of
go
the
ahead.
4th and 2 is interesting because, and you guys know when you grew up around football, we hear the saying like players over plays. I've seen Deebo Samuel get 20 yards on a 15-yard loss. The fact that Sean McVay made the challenge, the timeout happens, he doesn't win it, and he sends the offense back out there just to try to get a delay of game, that was one of the more shocking parts of that football game to me.
Marcus.
Yeah, Kyle, it was egregious of Kyle not getting the ball in Debo's hands. But in this particular situation, Kyle knows what we all know, that he don't want this ball in his quarterback hands late in game.
Sure.
He knows that.
Yeah.
That's
That's
why he
tough.
called plays like that. That's
Right.
why he punted, because of that right there.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.